What's up, Robotcs? Hope you guys are doing well. This is week 4 now, and I've got the new tasks for you. This video is going to go through 5 things, all right? 1 is our CCQs, 2, checking feedback, 3, saving work, 4, the week's tasks for this current week, and 5th, how to get help if you need it. All right, but our essential question this week is, how can I virtually model a robotic lift and manipulator? Okay, so that's what you are going to be working on this week. So as far as our comprehension check questions, those CCQs, the answer to the ones from April 14th are in the details of this video. Okay, and the current week, week 4's CCQs are going to be in the details of the video as well, and they will be on Google Classroom. Okay, so it's going to be 2 questions. I want you to answer those. Those questions this week are, number 1, we connected parts using constraints on Inventor. What are constraints called on Fusion 360 designs? Okay, because they use a different term. And number 2, what do I want you to work on this week? All right, which I'm going to get to in the tasks on this video, and also you can kind of see it right here. All right, so moving forward though, as far as feedback, okay, so checking your feedback. Yeah, if you turn stuff in, look for my feedback for you on that on Google Classroom, okay? One thing I've been noticing about Gantt charts that I've seen come in, let me open up the sample assignment, okay? So this is how a Gantt chart kind of should look, like with bars. We're gonna use X's to represent bars, like it says here, but people have been putting the tasks going this direction through the different columns. That's not where you're supposed to put them, all right? They should all go down this column right here, that first or leftmost column, okay? Those should be where all your tasks are going. And of course, this would be the last task, all right, to show your animated virtual robot to others online. And so when is that gonna happen? Well, as the last task, it's gonna be during the very last week. So that's why the X goes there, okay? So if you've worked on your Gantt chart, or you're using that to help you plan out your creation, make sure you're doing it correctly, right? So the task before this would be, like I was saying, one of the steps you'd want with this goal is to practice showing your work online, right? That might be the step immediately before that, okay? So if we're planning backwards, like this says, we would put this here, the practicing showing your work online, I would type that in there, okay? And we'd say that would have to happen at least the week before, maybe even 2 weeks before, okay? So you just put your tasks in like that, make sure they're all in this column, and then the X's represent what weeks or week those are happening. All right, third thing, saving work to the robotics folder in Fusion 360 at Shawnee Mission North team, okay? So on Fusion 360, it's gonna look like this for you, right? What I want you to do is don't start your work in this single user storage. Let me go back to that so you can see it. Okay, because if you save it here, it's a little more difficult to move it to that other folder, all right? The best case scenario is you're doing your work here in the Fusion 360 at Shawnee Mission North. I just tried to go to it. Oh, we get the little window thing. Okay, and you are putting it inside, if we go to the home, this robotics folder. Okay, so that's where you should be saving your stuff. If you haven't, if you already started, it's okay, we'll figure it out. Worst case scenario, you'll just have to share that folder that you've made in your single user storage, okay? You'll just have to share that with me, so I have access to it. And of course, my email is, readfagan@smsd.org, okay? And towards the end of this video, which is gonna happen pretty soon, you're gonna see an image of that. You can pause the screen and write that down. Okay, fourth, the week's tasks. So let's look at that. Week's tasks for this week are, did I go over this? Yes, I did. All right. Assembling your lift manipulator, okay? So be sure to edit your part files as necessary if you are not modeling your Clawbot and you had me custom cut an axle to, say, 5 inches, or you cut one of those single hole bars to a custom length, all right? So you can edit those files, right? Be sure to do that. Look out for tutorial videos to come to help you in this process of getting the lift manipulator situation modeled, okay? Finally, if you need help, maybe check in with your partner, okay? Or email me, or meet me on WebEx between 9 and 10 on weekdays, here it is. All right, pause that if you need it so you can see it. That's it. Fagan out.